Hiya. Welcome to the fun and excitement, everyone. We are live. And both
And that's how I took out Santa.
Chug and Shadow did not change their reactives, because I did not remind you. Welcome to Disorderly Decisions. We are professionals.
It's been so long.
I hate it. I hate it.
Disorderly decisions where the points don't matter and the jokes aren't funny.
Wow.
Win.
Well, let me switch some stuff over here. Yeah, welcome everybody. It's Sunday night, and for the first time in forever, this is Reign of Storms, our D&D 5e playthrough of the Storm King's Thunder adventure path, albeit a very loose playthrough, as we've kind of tossed that entire book aside and have created our own adventure. But you know what? That is okay. It's more fun that way, in my opinion. I am Vader the Mad. I'm your DM for this evening's tales of debauchery and whatever craziness my players decide to get into. Speaking of my players, how are you all tonight?
Doing good.
Doing great.
Doing good.
Doing good, doing great. Good. Well, it's been quite some time since we last played. The most I'm going to say is that we finally arrived in Silverymoon, which has been a destination that we have been pushing towards for quite some time. And now that we are here, well, why don't we go over what's happened since we've been here with a bit of a player recap. One of you may lead this, but feel free as a team to step in.
We decide who's doing it.
All right, so last time on Reign of Storms, the Hunt Lords, I guess minus Win and possibly minus Zurag. We still are unsure about that.
Possibly.
Well, you lost all lands and titles and whatever you had, so...
Well, so we have no clue.
I mean, technically you're part of the group, but are you still a Hunt Lord? We don't know. We finally, after some many detours, we finally made it to the grand city of Silverymoon, where Resig was searching for his parents and sister, and Millie is searching for answers. We got a grand tour of the city on somehow all of us fitting on a rickshaw by...
What's magical?
It's magical.
Sorlar the Satyr. Gave us a tour of I guess it was the south bank of the city, not the entire city. And after a good little while of taking this tour, we ended up at Sorlar's Smiling Satyr, a inn of sorts, with the first floor being that of a nightclub, strip joint, burlesque, brothel. We haven't quite figured out what to name it. But while there, the party was drinking, having a good time for the most part, taunting each other with mostly naked people. Fun times. At some point during the evening, Ressig decided to wander off in attempts to find his parents, who had been contacted by Wynn magically using spell sending, who said they were here. While Wynn decided she did not like the quality of the food being served at a strip joint. I mean, if you're eating food in a strip joint, there is a problem.
Aren't they supposed to have good spaghetti?
I don't want to know. I would never think to order spaghetti in a strip joint. But Wynn went off to find the kitchen while Ressig went to look for his parents on the second floor, where it was a little bit more quiet, the actual inn portion of it. I believe we're in the middle of a cooking challenge where Wynn is trying to defeat, I did not write down his name, the chef of the
Well,
Smiling
every
Satyr.
person in the Smiling Satyr is the same guy.
Yeah.
It's all Solar.
Oh, yeah.
So she was up against a Solar chef mode.
Oh, yeah, that was right. And in the midst of this cooking competition, Ressig went to approach his parents, and not the form of their halfling son, but a tall wood elf woman, and was rejected, despite the fact that he had information about them that only Ressig would have known. Did I miss anything?
Well, before Chug got pissed off about the breadsticks, Zurag was bet money to try to seduce Chug's character.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Forgot to mention that. Or maybe I just chose
Well,
not to.
it wasn't so much of a seduce. It was pretend to be one of the waiters, and as long as Wynn didn't recognize you as Zurag immediately, you would.
I believe
bet.
Wynn was also offered a Jello shot off of Zurag's abs.
It wasn't until after she smacked his tushy that she recognized it was Zurag, which is questionable.
Welcome to Disorderly Decisions, everyone. This is what you tune in for.
Some might say that's hecka sus.
Wynn has a type. She's never...
I remember we were taking, some of us partaked in some of the, was it a hookah?
Herbal
I think it was
refreshment.
a hookah.
Yes.
Yes, and Zurag's clothes are just clouds at the moment. Almost see through.
What little clothes
To be
he
fair,
actually
Zurag
had.
didn't show up with much clothes. I think you were given a towel.
I think it was a blanket.
Zurag is wearing a wool toga.
No, it's the crag cat cloak.
Yeah, that's a holdover from Zurag drawing Ruin from the Deck of Many Things.
Yes.
And not being allowed to sit on the rickshaw naked.
Probably wouldn't have got let into the city naked. Just rickshaw or not.
Probably not.
I think just about does it for our recap. We'll pass it back to you, Vader.
Cool. Well, the interest of getting this going is that we were at the final round of our bake off here. Win versus the chef Satyr. I believe it's 1-to-1 in form of categories. We've had an appetizer, a main course, and we are on the dessert rounds. We have been scoring for presentation, taste, as well as just being able to use a mystery ingredient. I do not remember if we rolled for mystery ingredients last time.
Yes.
I think we
I think
did.
that was the last
Yeah.
thing we rolled.
I don't think you got the dessert mystery ingredient.
Well, let's find out. Let's see. So it looks like the last two rolls we did was a 43. You know what? Why don't we roll again? Because I
Let's
don't
do it.
remember. So just a D100.
Yeah. A 25.
25. When you must use and what's the word I'm looking for? And showcase starflower petals in your dessert.
Alright.
And I will roll one for myself. Okay. So, what do you make?
For dessert, I think she's gonna make like a mochi. So that way she can use like the flower petals as like a flavoring, but also like kind of sprinkle some around it as like a decorative. And with it being winter, she's gonna make them like a white mochi that like kind of gives it like a snowfall feel. And will help bring out the star flowers as they have like these vibrant yellow spots on them.
So let's roll for your just regular cooking, which I believe you've been having advantage and stuff for yours.
Yeah. We going. 23
So,
total.
Okay, that's to prepare it. Now let's roll for presentation, which is just I believe it was your charisma. Roll up, see here. Yeah, performance.
A less good thing. But a nat 20 will do it.
Nat 20 will do it. Okay, so I have a very difficult DC here to beat.
Win nails it. Desserts what Win does.
I believe that's because she was offered something from Zureg in the crowd. Can't remember what it was off the top of my head.
Oh shit.
Oh, I think it was
Here's
to smack the other ass cheek.
It was.
Here's the cook one. So it's cooked better. Now here comes the charisma.
Oh, do you want these to be hidden rolls or
I mean, I can make them not.
I didn't know if you wanted them or not.
All right, so the mystery ingredient I got was lich lime juice.
Oof.
That doesn't sound good.
Like a good sorbet.
Yeah.
Or
But,
lemon. What is it? Key lime pie. There you go.
It's kind of she kind of like not freezes it to make like an ice cream, but more to like thicken it up and to give it to use it as a like a plate sauce, which he actually serves a combination. At first, it looks like just a regular piece of pie, but as you cut into it, it's filled with like a soft, tart-like filling. You ever had those caramel candies with like that? They're like brown, have that little white cream in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the consistency of that.
Like a Cadbury egg.
Yeah, no, a little denser. Like you could cut through it with your fork and everything, and it scoops up lovingly with the sauce. But after the judges have tasted all of the dishes, the courses, and they go back to deliberate amongst each other. And after a few moments and a few commercial breaks, the announcer brings both Win and Chef Sorwin up. They run through all of your courses, giving you praises as well as critiques. And it seems to be very close. It comes down to the very, very wire. But at the end of it, Win, you arise victorious.
Win raises her arms to the sky, and she goes, "Yes! Still the best chef around!"
You are gifted the golden spork.
Adding it to my inventory.
This golden spork, it's not just like the size of like a personal spork. It's like almost like a serving spoon size. It is solid gold and inscribed with arcane sigils that refer to all types of cooking and food. Any food prepared with this gives a +5 temporary hit points bonus to what you already offer with your treats.
That's actually really good. Win will shake everyone's hands. She'll shake the other chef, the Solar. She'll go, "That was well fought."
Quite. In fact, if you need a job, I could use a sous chef such as you.
She'll give him like a big smile. And she'll go, "Maybe one day, but the road is what really calls me." So,
Well, consider this your resume and consider it on file for the future.
she'll give him like a nod. She'll go,
How about them breadsticks?
"No, about them breadsticks. You gotta add."
And he takes, or they take rather, your notes seriously, and they pass it along to their line cooks.
She'll give them the best notes she can. When baking is Win's passion, but she understands that this chef also has a lot he has to cook all at once.
Yeah.
But-
I mean, like baking, while it is, part of what they do here, it's definitely not like the main thing.
But more than that, she'll go, "It's really impressive to see what you can do when you're allowed to take your time with each dish, sir."
When you get into high profile cooking such as this, sometimes time is, well, very, very small ingredient, and you have very little to do what you wish to with. And then,
Yep.
like, you see, they remember that, like, oh shit, I'm legitimately running a kitchen right now, and we have halted everything to do a cook-off. So they turn like immediately and start shouting for everybody to get back to work.
Wynn will like kind of duck her head towards his back one more time, and then she'll go join her friends in the crowd, and she'll go, "Well, that was pretty fun."
You did great.
She goes, "Oh yeah, here," and she'll offer the 2 plates of mochi over. You guys didn't get to try any.
Millie will go right for it.
It's like a sakura mochi.
Zerag will have some too, but I don't know if he's coming
you-
off of his high. Yeah.
Nope, not quite yet. Which makes this taste even more delectable. But you, as you guys are standing here, and the room seems to magically return back to normal. You find yourself standing outside of the kitchen, where I would imagine, Ressig, you are just returning back after a negative encounter with your parents.
Maybe. I think last time he just sat down at whatever table they were sitting at and just kind of staring off into nothing. Yeah, I guess if this is
Okay.
a whole cooking ordeal, it would have taken a while. Actually, I don't think so. She'd probably still be upstairs.
Okay, well then let's say that after the hubbub has died down, you guys realize that you haven't seen
We were planning
Ressig
on
for a
looking
minute.
for her, yeah.
Yeah, and asking some questions. You're directed upstairs, where the environment is completely different. So it's like your standard old fantasy inn and tavern. Low lighting, quiet atmosphere. And sitting at one of the tables is Ressig. What do they see when they enter and see you, Ressig?
Just she's just sitting there at the table. Probably just kind of that 1,000-yard stare, just looking at wherever they walked off to, whatever exit they went out, just staring that way, not really seeing anything, and sitting at the table where they were eating their nice candlelit dinner. Not moving. Definitely a look of almost stunned shock, fighting back every emotion possible.
I'm going to assume we notice this, or do I have to roll for that?
But you can probably see the despondent look upon Ressig's face.
Millie will walk
Maybe
up.
she didn't find him.
Are your parents not here?
She'll kind of stare for a while and then sort of blink and kind of come back into her head. They didn't believe me. They said I
That
wasn't their
seems-
son. I showed them
Well,
what I had. I told them things that I would have known about them, their life and where they lived, and nothing.
Maybe we should try again tomorrow with Win around. Since they talk to her directly, they might remember her and she could vouch for you because you guys are from the same village, right?
Yeah. Maybe. But there's so much time spent trying to find them. Lose them, find them, lose them again. Find them again, and they left.
Well, they're still here at the inn. They didn't leave, I assume. So we can always come back.
I don't remember which way they went, whether they left the inn or left to go in deeper into the inn.
They went back to their room.
They have left. Like, you don't know where they went, whether it was to their room or not, but they are no longer in this area.
Okay. But they didn't go down the entrance that I came out of to get here.
Once you get out the exit door, there's no tell
Okay.
where they went.
Okay.
Wynn's gonna like walk up and like sit next to Resic and kind of reach up and pat her on the back and she'll go, well, we'll talk to them tomorrow, all right? I forgot Wynn had an accent earlier, by the way. Completely dropped it. That was fun. Wynn's gonna go, we'll talk to them tomorrow, all right? Or we can go find them now if you want. I understand not wanting to leave something sit like that.
They don't want me around, so I think it'd probably be better to give them a day to...
They're probably just confused, you know? It's weird because I did tell them, though, that you were different, which was, you know... But I should have been there. I got all mixed up with something that wasn't important. I'm sorry.
I should have known better. I was just excited.
I mean, they're your family, and they're you know they're safe now at least. So
Rissa's probably
Important that
taking
you
care
don't
of
blame yourself for anything.
them. It's kind of hard to do. Because I was careless. Technically, it's my fault we died. I came back and had to be changed.
Is your sister with them?
No. She's...
Do you think
somewhere.
she'll be more understanding?
She is more in tune with magic.
Maybe. Don't know.
Maybe she can help convince them.
When I believe you said you can't magic
I
talk to
can't-
anyone.
I can't magic talk to someone I've never met, and I knew your parents because we all we grew up in the same place. But I think I had left by the time your sister was around. I'm just gonna add a character say Wynn would not know her because Wynn barely knows Ressig. There's like a 8-year gap between them.
Yeah, she would have left. Oh, God. Decade ago, almost.
Yeah, Wynn left when she was like 18, and Ressig just turned 18. So yeah, it's been a bit for Wynn.
Resig's like 24, so he's been.
Oh.
He's been. Or 23.
Yeah,
He's
he would have been
out on his own for a long time, but then before he even left, a few years before that, his sister left. So.
Yeah. I mean, we could ask around. Do you know which academy she's at?
Just remember the guy who came to recruit her said she was very good at changing things from something into something else. The little... No, I don't have that anymore either. The little figurine that I carried around, she changed that from wood into brass, or bronze.
Was it her figurine?
No, it was my dad's. My dad carved it, she changed it, and he kept it. And then I found it later.
When we'll nod as Chugman looks up how scrying works and realizes 1,000 gold piece crystal ball. She'll go, man, I really wish Merc hadn't blown himself up with all the money.
1,000 gold, is that it? I'll get to dancing. See you guys tomorrow.
Zurek's just in the club as the one meme song is just playing in the background.
Yeah, the John Hamm one, is that what?
Yeah, the John Hamm one. He's just like, ooh.
Just vibing.
When we'll go, well, we'll try to find them tomorrow. We can all talk to them together. I don't know that I hope or not, but
Whatever you can do. Should have waited. Should have thought. But not thinking's what got me in this body in the first place.
we'll just kind of keep softly patting Ressig in the back. She'll just go, these things happen for reasons. So, we'll just have to find why, okay?
Okay.
Did we ever get rooms yet?
Not in this inn.
No. I don't think we got arranged rooms
We got
anywhere.
rooms at a different place.
We didn't arrange rooms. We came straight here.
Yeah, you didn't get rooms.
Yeah.
We were going to go somewhere, and then
You
We
parked
got
you parked your
ponies.
carriage. You parked your carriage, and then immediately came out and got a tour by Solar Satyr, and he brought you here. This is the first inn / tavern that you guys have been to.
Well,
Your ponies are stabled.
I could technically work here over the night. Maybe they'll give us a room if I do that.
And I could try to help you back there. Maybe that'll. You could probably pay our way in.
we have money. We don't need to work for it.
Millie will put her hand on Ressig. This is more for Win than for the money. She was deeply disturbed by their breadsticks. Just let her have this.
They didn't give them a proper time to rise. They just mass produce. It's just shoveling them out the door. You can't do that. You got to give them proper rise.
She got real heated. They had a whole cook-off. Win won, which is, I think they gave you a job offer, didn't they? Maybe it could be like seasonal, and she'll use her fingers for quotations.
Congratulations on your win. Win.
Then we'll go, I didn't like how that felt.
I didn't either. I think I need to rest. Oh, yeah, because I'm still
Well, let's
I'm still like fucking 4 levels of exhaustion if I remember correctly. So yeah, Ressig's gonna walk to whatever innkeeper there is and pay for rooms and pass the fuck out.
How many rooms?
Probably 2, depending on the sleeping, like how many beds and things there are. Probably just 2. Oh wait, we have what's his name now?
Renard.
The himbo.
Renard,
Renard.
yeah.
I believe we were told not to worry about Renard for the most part. Like,
Oh no. Like, well, as far as like expenses and stuff go, absolutely. But like, as far as like other bullshit that I have to keep track of, don't worry about it.
Just a little one-sided.
But he is very much a resource.
he eats
He's
and
very
sleeps.
much something
Damn it!
He's very much something that consumes resources.
You're gonna probably just get 3 rooms, not even thinking about it.
All right, they're 2 gold a room.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. And then Ressig's going to go sleep. Or trance, I guess. Not sleep.
Millie will go over to the other 3. So are we serious about trying to work for a little while, or?
Well, I mean, if it bought a room, it would have been worth it. Can't imagine they paid too much for my help for a few hours.
So like Reynard and Zurag can work just for the night. If you're gonna work here, they're gonna want you to work here.
Yeah.
That's why I said the other 3.
When we go, oh wait, I did earn something. So like walk over. Ha! Does a 18 hit Zurag's ass?
What's your ass?
My ass is AC. I think my AC's only like 16 or 17. I'm pretty sure 18 hits.
All right, well, there you go.
Your ass's AC is only an 8.
It's half.
Look at that jiggle. When we'll go. See, that made victory taste all the sweeter. Anyways, she starts heading off to the rooms.
Yeah, we'll say 3 rooms. They'll sleep 2 apiece.
I'll go stay with Win. Give Ressig some space, time to think. She knows where to come if she needs any assistance.
And the 2 gigolos are going to be staying with each other.
Oh, actually, if you don't mind, Zurag, I will take up post outside Lady Millie's door. Keep her safe from any heathens that may wander by. I do not trust this place. And you haven't had clothes on since I've met you, so I'm still iffy about you.
I don't trust
Your
you.
prowess, your prowess in battle it speaks for itself. But as far as your tendencies, I am still on the fence. Just know that if you make any movement towards Lady Millie's door, I shall strike you down with great and just fury.
I can assure you it's only been some very bad coincidences. Why I am naked.
Millie will
Do not
vouch
prefer
for
this.
him.
It's quite cold.
I assure you, he's quite trustworthy.
Well, I shall have to make that judgment for myself if you don't mind. I'd feel better if I stood guard at your door.
That's fine with me.
Uh,
Perhaps I will sleep during the day tomorrow. That way, the DM doesn't have to worry about me while you guys go about town.
Ah, fourth wall character.
I was a card.
I mean, all he'd be is probably just holding the shopping bags anyway.
I am carrying the things.
Looks into the camera. Don't think too hard about me.
Yeah. I'm here, but only when they need me. Alright, so Zerag retires to one room. Restic has already retired to one room. Win and Millie, you retired to another. And our bid goodnight by Sir Reynard, who closes the door, and you hear settle out in the hallway. Is there anything you guys would like to do or discuss before bed?
You did really good in the Bake Off.
Win will nod.
What did you call it? Mauchi? Moochie?
Mochi. Yeah. I made some mochi. It
That was really good.
It was just something I've picked up while traveling. It's from the Far East.
Well, really good. You also seem to enjoy the view down there. And Millie will kind of like give like a smirk.
When has rolled over and is facing the wall. She goes, it was pretty good. It was all right.
Lovely, isn't it?
I thought you were here to find something as well. Wynn tries to change the subject desperately.
Yeah, something in regards to my family lineage. Gotta find a wizard that I had met earlier, and I'm also going to have to go, I think, to one of the schools or the library. Oh, and then we're supposed to go to a few. What was like your faith, right? We're gonna go to a church.
Well,
Temple?
I was hoping to find a couple churches. Maliki's Glade is probably the biggest. When we'll hold up, like, do the air quote thing. Temple around here. And, I mean, Maliki's kind of all about removing curses and stuff. We have a lot to do here. It's just where to
I think
start.
we're gonna be here for a few days. Maybe we should try to find like a quest board and see if we can't do some things around town to make a little extra gold while we're here, since, as you said earlier, we're kinda made all of our funds disappear.
When we'll go. Yeah, it's gonna be a struggle because odd jobs they often don't pay a whole lot.
This is the biggest town we've been in a really long time. They're going to have a lot of options for items that we're not going to be able to get anywhere else. It's kind of a shame we came here at this time. The
When
purse
we'll go.
strings aren't as loose as I'd like for somewhere of this caliber.
We'll probably have to come back through here soon. But I say tomorrow we try to help Ressig. And then if we have free time in the day, we try to find your wizard.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get some sleep. We're probably gonna need all the energy we can muster tomorrow. As she glances at the door, and she means making sure that Ressig is okay.
She's pretty strong. I think she'll get through this. She just got a shock today.
We also need to find Zurag clothes.
Meanwhile, Ressig is
We
ugly
definitely need to
crying
find
into her
Zurag
pillow.
clothes. You think if we
Night,
got
Win.
him a suit, he would like that? Win says, and then she goes, never mind. Good night, Millie.
Good night.
Just
Slam the
bow
long
tie.
rest button.
That's all you gotta do. Just the bow tie.
Black box to cover up the no-nos.
Probably need
I get a
suspenders to hold up the box.
All I get is a sensor bar.
All I can picture is the Expedition 33 sensor bar for the one
Every
thing.
time.
It's just massive.
I did go to full HP on that. Uh-oh.
Okay to hit that button.
I guess if there's nothing else you guys wish to have happened.
I will do my nightly routine and cast Mage Armor and Death Ward on myself with the
Millie
sorcery
stands up and
points
just starts running.
to extend the spell.
Okay. It's funny to cast Death Ward on yourself inside of a city, but
Melee trusts nothing.
Oh, habit.
For all she knows, a dragon could come, a meteor could fall out of the sky. She knows nothing anymore. She's just like, I've had a few months. I've had months.
okay.
I,
Well, remember our long rest rules.
18 plus half level, right? Every fucking time. I forget. Right?
Yep, it's on our D&D Beyond.
That's so far to go.
And it's
And it's pinned, I believe, in our pinned messages
1, 8, 2,
somewhere.
it's in the old Discord actually.
70. Man, I'm a long way down still. But now I have full hit point bar.
Yeah, you recover your Constitution score plus half your level rounded down. And in turn, you recover hit dice equal to half your con modifier.
Like during breakfast, when is this gonna do like a rundown of like, she's like, well, I could prepare these, things today, just out of character. I was gonna prepare like locate creature and stuff like that. Commune. So I'm not going heavy on stuff that can fight. So we should probably avoid those in the city.
No, you need to just cure wounds. That'll be a lifesaver.
Yeah. I'll prepare cure wounds. I don't think we need it.
We need you to go into the sewer system and kill giant rats.
I'm actually gonna prepare that.
We all wake up the next morning. Snow still falls outside, but again, it's very different. You can see it. It's falling heavier on the outside of the arcane dome that seems to shield Silverymoon from direct weather effects. But to match the season, either some is being allowed through or it's being arcanely produced here in this bubble. Did you all wake up feeling refreshed, resting? Give me a Constitution saving throw.
3. What's 3? So 1 is ability, 2 is half speed, 3 is okay. Disadvantage still. That is an 18.
Okay, 18 is a pass. So you are now on exhaustion level 3. Which means your health goes back to normal.
Yep.
Restoration. I brought to prepare spells.
Hey, it takes a greater, and that's not cheap.
Actually, no. I think
I think
you'd
Greater
only
was level 5.
You know, and I think with a greater restoration, it removes all levels of exhaustion. But
I think it removes one level at a
One
time.
level. I could prepare it, but
no.
diamond dust worth 100 gold.
I mean, we're in a big city.
Not dust. We have some diamonds.
I was about to say, we're in a big city and we have some money. So, we have
I'll prepare it.
close to 1,000, 920 gold. So, another diamond probably wouldn't be a bad idea. So, Millie can breathe slightly easier.
Well, first things first. Let's pray for Restig's good health.
I'll take that. Do you have to meet it or below it?
Below it.
Oh, son of a bitch. Yep. Oh yeah, you're level 10.
I'm level
he's
10.
above us.
Okay. What are you doing with this?
So Win has been praying same prayer she's been doing the last 3 days, which is just to kind of help Restig along that healing line of just removing that exhaustion and helping her out. I am basically praying for a level 5 spell. As sad as it is. To just make sense.
Okay. Well,
So
then
when
I will say,
good.
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Oh, Win would just be like, Martyr Lord, I know you, I've been yammering your ear off, but my friend Restig really could use a little bit of a win here. She just needs her strength back. The card almost killed her, and that weakening it's been costing her. If you could help in any way.
That amulet that you just received not long ago from a fellow follower of your deity begins to glow warmly in your hand. And Resig, as you awake, the sun shines in, bathing you in warm sunlight, wrapping you in almost a warm embrace, like a hug. And you don't know if it's because you got a good cry in last night, or maybe your friends still being there, at your side when a reunion didn't go the way you wanted it to. But for some reason, as you wake up this morning, you feel even better about the possibilities of the day. And you may remove one more level of exhaustion.
Oh, yeah. Still moving at half speed, but I'll take it. So now I don't have disadvantage. Only thing I have disadvantage on is ability checks. Woo!
Also, you got to mark that chug. Can't use it again for another 7 days.
7 days is gone.
And mark that because it probably won't fucking work ever again, too. Divine intervention is great, but it's not a great chance of it happening, especially not at low level.
Well, I've been trying to avoid just being like Hail Marying it as much as like it is like a consistent prayer thing.
Yeah.
So, Lynn's gonna pray every morning. It's just not gonna happen.
Okay. Well,
Does Millie just look over and just see Lynn glow for a second?
no. She just sees you pray, and
I assume this happens before Millie even wakes up.
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah.
Millie's
Perhaps.
just blankets over her head, just gone. She sees the light glow, she just pulls it over. Instinctually, doesn't even wake up. Just
Throws a
Wait,
pillow-
close the blind.
Throws a pillow at you. Oh, roll the D100 again. We'll take a disadvantage. But no, you guys have made it through the night. Another day is yours.
Imagine as we meet up for breakfast, Wynn's gonna be like, so, did you guys have any plans for today, or,
Probably need to find some pants.
We
I'd like to go shopping for some stuff.
definitely can find their egg pants, but I didn't make any plans that I didn't already have to change, so.
well, let's start with the pants. Where do we think pants would be best found at?
There was a
Larger cities like this, probably a tailor.
Who's Taylor?
I think she's a singer. She's pretty swift about it.
The chainsaw.
So when it goes, haters gonna hate.
To punish that chug by taking away one of your levels.
Reasonable. I understand.
Hey, you got that one divine intervention in. That was enough.
We got the one
They'll
time.
bring you back down to 9 and call it good.
Yep.
When we'll die here.
No, Zerag does not reiterate, he hates this large city. He feels so anxious. The only thing that kind of chilled him out yesterday was the alcohol and the partaking. But he does not like this large city.
When we'll go, well, I might know a place that you'd like a little bit better. Let's get you pants first, though.
Sounds good to me.
How we want to go about this is look for a tailor sign.
Yeah, no, not role playing getting pants. You can easily find pants. I guess, Zurag, you tell me what kind of new outfit you want to have.
If he could, basically just kind of like something he had before, it's just utility wise, like easy to move in, but protects him where he needs to be protected. Something simple.
You do grow a tail every time you fight, so I mean, something roomy.
Can we get a
Company.
few extras of these? Just
If they're
gonna stick
cheap
them in the
enough,
bag
you
of
just-
holding.
Yeah, you could buy multiple pairs of pants. That'll cost you like a gold.
I'd like to get a few herbs.
I'm actually gonna put in my inventory. I have pants.
Passion flower,
Okay.
lemon
Not just
balm,
common
lavender.
clothes.
You have to
Specifically.
change Zurag
Tongue.
Sunhammer Naked Barbarian to
St. John's wort,
Barbarian.
saffron, and bones.
Did I just hear a list of herbs?
You did.
I
Some
hear
of
it.
them are meant for healing, some of them are meant for antidepressants, some of them are anti-anxiety. We're gonna drug my friends.
Mhm.
Okay, do any of these herbs have any actual mechanical?
Not necessarily. The only thing that would actually have any mechanical benefit is going to be probably the lavender, St. John's wort, aloe, because I can use those to mix with the snail slime to make a healing salve in a jar that I can give to the frontliners in case they get separated.
Okay, how much of these herbs are you trying to buy?
Uh,
You
I'd
just
like
give me a money amount.
I don't know how they would be worth. I guess like 5 gold worth.
Okay,
That way I can have some spare on me, and then I can definitely make them each a jar.
alrighty.
The other stuff is just for a joke, because Resik is sad and Zureg is anxious.
It's called bong hits.
You walk by a dark alleyway and you hear a psst. Hey, if you're looking for herbs that'll help you with your anxiety, I got some primo stuff over here.
I know how to make stuff. I'm fine.
Damn. I get it. My stuff's better. I'm just saying. That's a big guy right there. You might need a heavier dose.
Giving his fucking
Just
rhino tranquilizers.
no, nothing like that. This is
It's called
it's all
Valium.
natural. Yes. Have you ever heard of opium?
No. This is gonna be natural and non-addictive. It should be fine.
This is natural. He says nothing about the addictiveness. He slinks back into the darkness of the
You have a
alley.
good day, sir.
You have the day you deserve. And he walks away.
Damn.
Damn.
That does sound harsh, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean,
Oh,
it
when-
just depends on what you
It
do during
feels-
the day. That what do you deserve?
It just doesn't ever sound
It
like
doesn't
it's
sound
meant
good.
like in any like cheerful way.
Wynn's
really
gonna hit
does
him with
not
the
sound
ultimate
sincere.
comeback to that. Wynn's gonna go shout after. I'll pray for you.
Bless your heart.
Yeah,
Bless your heart.
That's the other one.
Oh, that's some sass right there.
Wynn goes, I'll pray for you. Divine intervention smites him. Shit.
I love how you got divine intervention and could have asked for anything, including
Anything.
help with this Orcus thing, and you said, "Please just give my friend a little bit more rest."
I promised myself I was gonna role play the divine intervention. She's prayed for one thing.
I appreciate
Man, I was like, I could do anything. One level of exhaustion, please.
I want to say, Chug, you are the only person in my history of being a DM who has rolled for divine intervention and gotten it twice. You got it in this game, and you got it in our level 20, like small run.
Well,
Immediately,
level
too.
20, you just
Yeah,
did it
immediately.
without rolling.
Oh yeah, true that. But
I
Still,
think I may have
Used
rolled
it
anyways.
immediately.
to use it immediately.
She exploded. I woke up in that session at like 10 HP.
That was good. That was good. All right. Well, yeah. So you buy some herbs. You buy about 5 gold worth of herbs, about a gold's worth of pants for Zurag.
That's a lot of pants.
Is there anything other like minuscule that we can kind of just quickly get through here?
Spell components, like the small ones. Do we worry about those or no?
If it doesn't have a monetary value, I don't really worry about them. But don't let that stop your role play or how you do things.
Do
I imagine like Million Win like hit like a little spell component place.
yeah. Do we want to go for like the full-fledged shopping stuff, or do we want to just kind of do like mild shopping so we can get on with the day and do other stuff today?
Let's
Because we don't have a ton of gold for the big stuff right now.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, any type of super shopping you guys want to do, we'll do off camera.
I was just
Uh,
meaning for like role play purposes, we could just be like, oh, well, we're not doing the big shopping spree today, kind of a thing. And then
Yeah.
just
We'll
claim
do
when
sh-
we're gonna do it.
We'll do the shopping spree outside of the game.
Win will go. So Resig, do you want me to try to call your folks again?
I mean, if you can't get a message to Rissa, she might be a little bit easier to convince. But
Well,
they did know
I couldn't
you,
find
so-
it. I couldn't message Rissa. I didn't know her.
Mm. Yeah. They might listen to you. They know you. They don't know me anymore.
Resta, you would know that the school she's going to is called the Ladies' College.
Oh. Okay. I would pass that along, because I didn't know I knew that.
Yeah, you've had, she went to school a while back, and, you did have some correspondence before you left.
Oh, yeah. I did write that in.
Yeah. So you would know where she studies, and you can imagine that If anything, she's probably staying at a on-site dormitory.
Okay. Well, I would pass that on. Well, we could try finding Rissa before you do that. Maybe she can. She might be easier to convince. She's at the ladies' college.
And we'll nod and go, well, that's actually pretty close. We actually passed it on our tour.
I kind of wanted to go check it out anyway.
Hmm.
It looks like it's got some pretty cool magic stuff going on there.
Wynn's already kind of like had started down the road. Well, let's go then.
Okay.
Head that way.
As you guys make your way, I'll tell you a little bit about the ladies' college. It was the first school open for mages here in Silverymoon, and it is considered by many to be the heart of the conclave of Silverymoon. It was created in 821 DR, and unlike a lot of other like magical schools, or at least at the time when it was created, it didn't utilize the traditional apprentice master dynamic where a master would have a bunch of several apprentices where they slowly taught them magic in exchange for servitude, essentially. The ladies' college actually took on aspiring mages as students, not as servants, which is why Rissa was approached. This fact itself set the college apart from its other contemporaries, as well as the fact that it taught bardic lore and history. So, as you guys make your way to this large building, you can see that a lot of students are going from the main building to smaller studio buildings built around, as well as dormitories that seem to be built on the grounds. You can see students studying on the lawns, reading spellcraft books, as well as a lot of historical books. The college here focuses primarily on the history of magic, and kind of incorporates learning that into the fundamentals of actually using functional arcane craft. You see students as well as like some professors who seem to be leading outdoor classes and stuff, all going over practical uses for spells, as well as all the ins and outs and dangers of magecraft. It is busy, and the air is just filled with magic. Where do you guys wish to go?
Is there like a front gate that we have to go to first, or can we just enter in?
There sure is a front gate. As you enter in, you see that there is a small windowed booth where there's a small glass that separates the person inside and you. You cannot see through it. However, there's a reflective surface that reflects you. And as you approach it, a singular brass fixture on the base of this framed mirror of sorts reacts, and an eye appears as it opens. with those who are trained with the in the arcane magic, you can feel something scan over you. Essentially doing a detect magic of sorts. Taking inventory of what you are carrying with you. Which now leads me to ask you, would you guys be locked and loaded, full weapons and everything, or
I think we just travel with everything we have. So yeah, I'd imagine we have our weapons
Well,
on
we
us, right?
could have left stuff in the inn.
If people wanted to, because we do have the bag of holding, so we could like tuck things away if people would, like Zurag's big fucking axe, and Resic has 12 weapons on him. Resic would definitely be in armor, and the shield would be across her back, but probably have the weapons stashed in the bag of holding.
okay? Well then, as you guys are all scanned, a voice comes out as a mouth appears on the mirrored surface. What is your reason for visiting the ladies' college today?
We're looking for Rissa Moonstep, or if possible, El Warren Hatha, if Rissa is not available.
Do you
And
have
if
an
you have it
appointment?
available, a tour of your facility would be amazing.
Tours are to scheduled in advance, and I'm afraid we have a quite extensive waiting period. Do you have an appointment with Rissa Moonstep?
No appointment. But
Tell them your family.
yeah, I'm her sibling of sorts.
I see. I apologize, but unless you have an appointment, or they had called to let us know that you were coming, I cannot permit you entry. Much less with all your belongings.
Well,
I'm detecting multiple weapons on your person.
Do you have a checked bag area?
If you were to come in, we would ask that you leave all belongings either at your place of lodging, or we could store them with security. But we prefer not to have weapons on school grounds.
well, if
Can we
I-
make
if-
an appointment for later?
I was gonna say, if you could just pass a message and tell her that somebody came looking for the book goblin, she'll know what that means.
Book Goblin.
Yes.
We should tell her where
Yes.
to meet us.
I could provide a message.
How long would it take to get her that message?
Judging by the hour, she is probably in class. I assume when she arrives back to her dormitory, she will see that a message has been received, and she may collect it at her leisure.
Pass on with the message that we're staying at Thorlar's Smiling Satyr. Whatever the place is called. Yeah, Thorlar's Smiling Satyr.
I see. So the message stating, the Book Goblin is staying at Solar's Smiling Satyr.
No, somebody has come looking for the book goblin.
Ominous.
Yeah,
But I shall pass the message along.
she'll know what it means.
Indeed. Thank you for visiting the ladies' college. I shall pass on your message. Have a great day. And the eye disappears, and so does the mouth.
That was really cool.
Well, I don't know how long the class lasts, but I don't think it'll take too long. Once she gets it, so.
What does that mean? We wait here?
Mm. Well, no. I thought Wynn had some other stuff she wanted to do.
She has a way to reach us, though, right?
I couldn't tell you what she has access to. She's a Wookiee wizardy person. I don't know what she's capable of or how powerful she's become.
Well, I'll send like you. She needs to get you a message. How's she gonna do that if we're not here?
I mean, she could leave it with the front desk. If worst case scenario happens, but then we'd just be playing message tag.
Maybe we should have mentioned where we were staying.
We did.
I did.
Oh shit! No, never mind then. Sorry, I missed that part. I was like, did we tell her to deliver the message?
When I'm wearing pants now, you can concentrate.
When we go, damn. Well, I was saying nearby we could go to the Glade of Maliki. See about fixing your guys' little demon problem.
As long
This
as
is a little one, just tiny, insy beansy one.
Resic is pretty much just kind of shuffling along where everyone goes because it's still moving at half speed, so not moving fast through the city.
Can I ask what your goal is there, Win, for going to Myliki's Glade? Because you've been told with pretty much authority that this curse, to end it, you need to slay Orcus.
She's hoping that maybe going to like a higher level of priest or cleric, maybe they can get a second diagnosis,
A second opinion.
a second opinion.
I get you. I can tell you that the person you just talked to who gave you a powerful item is probably the best doctor to diagnose your problem, and they've given you the procedure that needs to be done.
Fuck. Well, the second aspect would be to see about getting maybe more healing for Resic. Just to see if we can get the rest of that fatigue off.
Yeah, I mean that's honestly something that could be done at a temple. So if you guys want to pay for a greater restoration spell, that can be done.
Yeah. And Maliki's like the Lady of Unicorns, and Greater Restoration's kind of like their jam.
Yeah.
Probably be the one place in the city that Resic would feel comfortable anyway.
Yes, and Zureg and Resic are wilderness people who need a forest.
Yeah, if you go to that glade, it is like a place of that's out of place here. You stepping into it is like completely different. You're stepping into a a glade that is magically produced, and it's not like arcanely magic. Like the natural flow of magic here, of primal magic, exudes dominance here. And just stepping through the walls into this area, it's like the city just melts away. The noise and all that stuff just becomes for people chattering and all that, like big city sounds. You just hear tranquil forests, birds chirping, rivers flowing, gentle breeze carries around. You see numerous flowers and flowered bushes all in full bloom here. It's warmer than it was out in the city streets. You know, even though that arcane barrier is providing warmth outside, this is to foster an even more like temperate climate. On the way, as you guys are headed from the ladies' college, you do pass this very tall building that would probably catch Millie's eye. It is a very tall, multi-storied archival building. And as people come from the inside and outside, you can see, even from the streets here, you can see scores and scores of books.
Noted. We'll come back for that.
All right, you guys enter into Myaliki's Glade, walk up to the temple, where you see a number of monks are tending to topiaries and leading people in more natural forms of prayer and healing. Some are not bathing, but being blessed by the waters that surround the temple. And as you make your way towards the center of the temple, you see there is a tall furbolg woman. Her hair is braided, multiple braids all tied together with a leather strap. She has a crown of wisteria that drapes down around the top of her head. She wears muted natural tones on her robes, and she is holding a censer that has a lovely bouquet of smells emitting from it. She turns with a cheerful demeanor as you approach. Glorious morning, my children. Where does your path lead you today?
We were here seeking maybe some healing and maybe a bit of wisdom.
We have healing to offer, as well as wisdom. What troubles you?
Wynn will kind of gesture over to Ressig. We encountered a deck that like transported us to a dimension where we had to fight a dragon. And while that was happening, it was kind of draining the strength out of my friend Ressig here. So she's been quite weakened by it, and I was hoping we could, do some restoration of that. I know the spell, but I don't have the means.
I see. Spells such as a restoration do require great resources. Money is but one But perhaps your friend could use something more spiritual. Something that only nature could provide. A cleansing of sorts.
Win will kind of look at Ressig. This is
Yeah. If it involves me getting in water, the cleansing worked last time, but something weird happened to the water.
It doesn't
I'm
necessarily
willing
need to require water. If you do not wish to bathe in the waters here, you may attune yourself to the nature anywhere you wish. Whatever calls to you. Open yourself up to the world here and let nature guide you.
I can try. But yeah, I
She
guess
comes
I'll
over to
try.
you and puts her hands over yours. Come with me. And she looks over to the rest of you. I will guide your friend in meditation. They will need peace and quiet. Perhaps you would like to explore what the glade has to offer.
Of course, this
Win
is
will,
way more peaceful than the town.
Please enjoy. And she's going to take Ressig's hands and kind of just start walking with you along this path that you see others walking along. I sense much trouble from within you, my child. You feel out of place.
That is quite an understatement. There's a lot that's happened in the last, what's it been, a month?
Yeah. Our paths are forever stretching, winding, curving. Sometimes they're prominent and we can see exactly where they lead. But most times they're obfuscated, charging us to travel into the unknown, testing us to see if we can adapt. This is the way of nature. Adapt and survive. I sense that you've been having trouble adapting.
You could definitely say that. Well, to be perfectly honest, this is not my normal body. I don't know how else to word it. Something happened and I needed to be rebuilt?
Reincarnated.
That's
It's
yeah.
It's very clear that you are not within your own body. In fact, I can tell that this is your first time being of a female persuasion.
You've met people
This
who've
must be
had multiple reoccurrences?
I see the spirit of the one who possessed this body before it passed on within you.
It's different for sure, and different in more ways than can possibly explain.
I wouldn't expect you to explain. You are two souls in one body. Competition is bound to happen. But cohesion can happen as well, should you allow it. Right now, your body and your mind and your spirit are all trying to align. But I sense that these great struggles that you are dealing with are causing some friction. And perhaps the glade here can help you not only remove your maladies, but align these three very important points and make your body feel more like it's used to, more like your own. You will unfortunately never feel the same as before unless you were able to reclaim your body, but I sense that connection has been cut off.
That's, like I said, last time I tried to get cleansed was when I was reincarnated, and something had claimed my body. And
Something with a great power over death, I sense.
something I don't even know how to explain, but yes, it claimed the body and of me and a friend. But this body, or the soul that used to inhabit it volunteered this one as a replacement. I couldn't understand the visions I was having at the time, so
They must have seen someone of great virtue when they looked at you to offer their body as a vessel for your soul.
I try. I just want to protect my friends and make sure people, especially the little guy, don't struggle too hard. So, I guess they saw something. I'm still trying to figure it out, though.
Or perhaps some time here in the glade will allow you some clarification. I ask you, open your mind and your soul up to the area around you. What calls to you the most? And she steps back and allows you to take in all the surroundings. And there's any type of natural environment that you would, that somebody would find soothing. You can see, there's a path through the forest, a field of wildflowers that stretches out, a babbling brook that stems from a waterfall that falls into a small pool, a dense thicket of trees.
This is
Anything that's...
Oh, I
Go ahead.
turned to the priestess, or the priest. This is a weird question. This glade seems idyllic, but do trees fall? Because I had a Another friend we spent a good amount of time. We set up a camp right at the base of a giant root wad of a great tree that had fallen over, and the little crisscrossing spider web of roots was always so fascinating to try and follow one through. It was peaceful.
As time marches on, nature carries out its cycle. Trees grow, trees die, and trees fall. She points the path out to you. Perhaps you will find what you are looking for down this path. She steps aside to allow you to walk.
Thank you. And I'll follow the path that she indicates, looking for signs of a fallen tree.
You walk for a while, and she doesn't walk with you. And eventually you find yourself no longer on a sculpted path, but more so that of a forest that has naturally grown pathways. And you continue to walk, and as you do so, you can see the signs of new growth as well as the adverse. You see decomposers such as mushrooms and mosses growing on things that have fallen and are dying. You see sprouts of new plants growing from areas of soil that have looked like they've been scorched a little. The wind seems to guide you here, and eventually you find yourself staring at the base of a great tree, or rather the stump of a great tree. Its roots in places causing great archways that are clung to by lichens and mosses, as well as clods of soil, and it provides a lattice work of roots of which you can walk under, sit under, and the sunlight streams through some of these roots, causing dancing fractals of light to intermingle with the shaded areas underneath these roots.
Resic will walk around it for a little bit and kind of reach out and just kind of brush across the roots and touch the lichens and the bark of the tree, and then find a place to sit where he's looking at the very bottom of the root wad itself. And like he did when he was living in the woods with Jodri, he'll start at the end of one of the roots and just try and follow it with her eyes, crisscrossing through this maze of roots until he gets to the center. And then once he gets to the center, she'll work her way back out a different route, and it's kind of this, it's not quite meditation, but it's very calming, like just eyes moving, just sitting very calmly and following along with those roots in and out, and just trying to let her mind go.
As you lay and stare up at these roots, and you're tracing them, and you feel like your vision kind of go blurry as you just kind of let your eyes naturally wander, you suddenly feel another presence laying with you. It doesn't startle you. In fact, you feel like your mind has already wandered. And while it feels like there's another presence, it feels like you're here with yourself. And from above you, we see you resting in your wood elf form, laying head to head with your self and halfling form, doing the same thing that you did with Jodri so long ago. Now doing it with yourself, feeling yourself become lost to the nature all around. Please roll me a nature check with advantage.
Goody, goody. Just flat then, because I still have disadvantage on checks.
No, with advantage.
+0, but that's a natural 20. Fuck yeah.
Natural 20.
Seems like a good time for one.
You feel all this tenseness leave your muscles. All the stress that you've been carrying on your shoulder blades and like in your spine just seem to melt away as you can physically feel this negative energy leaving you. You feel soft motion on your skin, and you look down for a moment to see tiny little specks of moss are growing along your arms and your hands. Little toadstools are springing up from around the gaps in your armor, and you can feel all this negative being pushed into them, feeding them where they are gaining nutrients from it. And eventually you are covered in this moss and all this lichen and all this mycelium of fungal roots, and your breathing becomes one with the earth. You feel like every intake of fresh air feeds your baser systems. You feel renewed as you exhale more negativity. And you just feel this cycle continue. And then it's almost as if you begin to break down. But you don't panic at this. It's calming. It's as if you are allowing yourself to return back to the earth. You've always been more comfortable out in the woods, in nature, where things aren't as certain as they can be in more populated areas. Nature can be unforgiving, but it can also be so rewarding. And you give yourself to this feeling, just allowing yourself to become one with the cycle. And with a natural 20, I'm going to offer you this boon. You may reclaim one of your halfling features.
I will happily accept that.
Don't be a coward. Don't pick luck.
You go. You shut your mouth, halfling. I gotta I don't even remember because he was a stout halfling. Let's halflings have some cool stuff. Give me a second. I will definitely take it. So if you want, I'm gonna do some
You take
reading
the
and continue.
nimbleness. You can move through people your size.
You may take a moment to decide on that. I will give you the caveat. You will not be able to use it all the time. It will have a use that will need to be recharged. But
Okay.
this, especially with the natural 20, this is aligning your old self with your new self.
Okay. I love it. Brave is really good too.
While this-
Advantage on frightened, especially with crazy shit. But continue. Sorry.
Well, yeah, so take a moment. While this is happening, what are the rest of you doing?
It's gonna be an odd question, but this has like all kinds of like natural like clerics and warriors and stuff, right?
I wouldn't say warriors.
I was gonna say, is there
There-
anybody like Uthgard like here?
Are there Uthgard people here? No.
Well, I was gonna say like barbarian types or someone who
No.
might be a protector of the wild.
And, no, the majority here are like monks. Monks and druids.
I think Win would be. She'd bring this up to Zarag. She'd be go, these might be people you could help your people.
How so?
I
You
mean,
think these are the type of people that want to fight? Seem pretty
we
peaceful.
might not need to fight, but they could, provide healing or aid in other ways. We also need to see if maybe there's a way to break the witch's hold on. I don't remember the chieftain's name.
Ragnar Stormcaller.
Ragnar. She was. They might know a way to break the witch's hold on Ragnar.
I guess you would know better than I would. I'm not good with any of this magic stuff. Who do you think we could talk to?
When we'll look around, but she'll mostly just kind of look for maybe a druid or someone who's like aligned to those kind of ends.
Give me a perception check.
Nine.
As you're kind of walking around, you're looking, you see a man that, if you weren't sure that he, let me rephrase this. You see a man that if you looked at him next to Zurag, would easily assume that they're together. He's wearing furred boots, a furred loincloth, and not much else. He wears a necklace of claws, and even his boots are adorned with them as well. And he's holding a staff about 3 foot long with about 4-inch rounded ends. And you watch as he's spinning this staff around. He's doing some sort of dance. And as he spins this, you see that smoke begins to appear from the 2 ends. And eventually they alight. And he begins to swirl this fire baton around. causing the flames to dance around him. You notice that small wisps of flame begin to appear around him. Slowly, a circle forms around him, and the embers begin to grow and glow brighter and more fierce. They do so following his movements, almost encompassing him in a whirlwind of flame. As the cylindrical wall covers him from your vision, it suddenly explodes outward, and you feel the heat rush over you. And as you kind of blink for a moment, you look back and you see that there is a 20-foot radius of scorched ground beneath him. And he is now kneeling down with his hands in the soil. And you watch as emitting from him multiple sprouts of new growth begin to grow.
Win will gesture, kind of look at Zurag and then kind of gesture and go, I think some of them fight Zurag.
Burning grass is different than killing someone.
Win will think for a moment and go, maybe you should go tell him that.
He doesn't know what's going on. Anyways, does that mean you think we should talk to him?
Win will nod and go, I mean, we gotta start talking with someone. She'll make her way over.
I guess he will go with her.
The staff he has is bigger than Win.
Yeah.
The staff.
As you approach him, he's knelt down, his hand in the soil. He's got his eyes closed, but as you approach him, he looks up. You can see fire burning from behind his eyes. He stands up to greet you. Sunny day, friends.
Fancy trick you got there. Ask what you're doing.
It is no trick. I dance an offering to nature. The grass here was nearing its end, and it needed to be scorched to allow for new growth. I simply ushered things along.
How do you know when that needs to be done? This place seems pretty lush.
It tells me. Do you not listen to the natural world around you? It tells you what it needs.
Not like that.
Well, why not?
Can't say nature talks to me that way.
Perhaps you're just not listening that way.
Zarek probably would have known. There were probably druids in his tribe before. You would know
Absolutely.
some of this stuff, but for him, he's never been able to do that, obviously.
I mean, even outside of druids, like your clan, they
That's what they,
whenever whenever they would have a good hunt or before they were going out to fight or before the seasons changed, they would often gather around and offer you know things to nature to either help them through the cold seasons or help them be bountiful on hunts or just to return safely from a battle.
May I ask, are you from here?
I have lived here for many years, but no, I am not from here. I was brought here when I was wounded some time ago. I detest the city, but when I stumbled into this glade, I felt called to it, and it has been my home ever since. Has it called to you as well?
I will say I did not want to come to this massive city, but this is probably the only place where it feels kind of like home.
And where is your home?
He would probably tell him everything that he could. Living out in the wilderness, which tribe he's from. Maybe a little bit of the details that led him to this point.
What brings you so far from your home?
There's certain things that I must do in my party, and he'll gesture over to the two that are still here. Unless Millie took off too. They needed to come here for various reasons.
What are your reasons?
Honestly, looking for help from my tribe. Anyone who is willing to help us fight, take back our land.
Are you so sure that fighting is the way to do this?
It's all I've ever known.
That can't be true.
Why is that?
Because I sense something much more deeper than just a warrior from within you.
Hmm.
Perhaps your roots are ready to be scorched to make room for new growth.
I mean, I have to die again.
If that is nature's way, we all have to die sometimes.
Chill goes down Millie's spine.
Have you spoke with death?
I have. It's the form of my mother.
Death was seeking to comfort you. You should feel relieved that it sought to do so. What did you speak of when you spoke with death?
Well, basically what had led me to that point, and whether or not I had two paths in front of me which I would take.
And have you chosen your path?
I believe so.
I can't be so sure. You still seem conflicted.
It's like, damn, this guy can read me like a book. How do
Perhaps
you
you
know
are
so
still
much about
fostering.
this?
Just calling it as I see it. Your energy is, well, it's volatile. Yet, there remains the calm presence from within. And I sense that these two paths that you were given are still being fostered very much by you and by this decision that you think you need to make. The paths we walk through life are not chosen by one person, by one thing. We very, very much have very little of a say on which paths we take. Oftentimes, the paths may split, only to reconverge again. But that choice, if it is a choice, might just be more so of a lesson than something that you need to decide on.
Can I call this man Confucius?
You may. Confucius say it is only when mosquito lands on testicles that the man learns that violence isn't always the answer.
What?
Oh, that amused me more than it should have.
Would you wish to bask in the cleansing fires? I could
Sure, what the
perform a
hell? I
ritual.
haven't been burned in a while. No, he's gonna go for it. Just try to do what he's saying. Just try to listen to everything around him.
He waves his hands, and you watch as a circle of stone forms in the center of this circle of newly scorched earth that has the fresh new growth coming out of it. Stand in the circle.
You walk in.
Please do not be alarmed, he says to you as well as your companions. While the fires will burn bright, I can assure you, they mean him no harm. Please, douse yourself in this baby oil. And he hands you a he hands you a pitcher of oil.
Take off the pants.
Druid Diddy, are you sure that this is the way?
Great.
Yes,
Now we're gonna
yes.
see
Don't ask questions
another
about the oil.
naked Zurag, and now covered in oil. Great. And on
Wynn is
fire.
gonna like step a couple steps back, like, and kind of hold out a hand for Millie to come with, and then she's gonna pull out like a blanket and like flap it out, sit down, and like summon some food. Like, she's like, "You want some tea?" While I
Sure, I'll
watch
have
what's
some tea.
happening to Zurag.
Are we sure this is safe?
When we'll go, anything that requires someone slathering Zurag with that much oil, it has to be safe. Then Wynn's eyes lock the fuck on.
Okay. So, Zurag, you step into the center of the stone, and it's not baby oil, but it is an oil. It's almost like a sap rather than an oil. It flows a little slower than an oil would, and it's like an amber color. And he directs you to raise it up and pour it onto your head and let it, cover you from head to toe. As you do that, he steps back, and you see the flames in his eyes begin to shine brighter. It's almost like his eyes are glowing orangish red, and he puts his hands together, interlacing his fingers, and you see his hands begin to alight, and as they do so, he uncurls his hands and just kind of washes them towards you, and a small little ember just floats towards you, and as soon as it makes contact with you, you ignite, you immolate, and you guys watch as Zurag's entire body is just consumed in flame. However, Zurag, you feel no pain at all. You can move your hands, and you can see that the fires cling to every inch of you, but they do not burn your flesh.
That's when Zurag rolls deception. It's like, oh Lord, I'm burned.
This is when the BBEG reveals himself and says, "Psych, you just lit yourself on fire, nerd, and you die."
Idiot.
The idiot. You close your eyes as the fire becomes bright, and you find yourself standing in a gray-washed forest. You see the drifts of snow that you quickly identify as ashes all falling around you, and as you look at the surrounding area, you can see trees, but they're barren. They bear no leaves or fruit or anything like that. They're just barren, but they seem to be filled with life. And you see these strange looking mounds of dirt with some small items sticking out of it. And as you focus on it, you begin to recognize these as warriors' graves. You've seen them plenty of times, and stabbed into them are weapons, makeshift symbols made out of fallen logs. Some of them are even bare. As you are looking out at this, suddenly the gray wash is broken up by little dots of wisp that begin to appear one by one, just in the distance. What would you say Zurag's spirit animal is?
That would make sense to be like a large gray wolf.
It makes sense because you are of the Grey Wolf clan,
Like,
and you have some, lineage there with like lycanthropes and stuff like that and wolves. But you've also had difficulty coming into what your clan is known for. So if you say a gray wolf, we'll go with that, but I ask you to think a little further. Again, if you think a gray wolf is his spirit animal, we'll go with that.
trying to think of other. I don't know many of the like different animal species, like not normal ones, but D&D related.
Oh, don't
Off the top of my
worry
head,
about
but
that.
usually
Don't worry about if they're in D&D or not. Put yourself in Zurag's position.
he's
What would
actually
his
a
spirit
puma. He has trouble turning into a dog because he's really a cat.
You want to take a minute?
Probably. You got
Can I
something
do
to
a
do
thing?
while I'm doing this.
Okay. Yeah, while that is happening, Millie may do a thing.
I will call this before we had invited her over to sit down and have a spot of tea. So, Millie would have probably kind of looked around a little bit awkwardly. You know, like when you're like, you want to do something, but you're also kind of shy to do it at first? Kind of like just awkwardly, like, you kind of take a step forward and then you like hold. And then she like commits and then she steps forward and she goes over to somebody that's clearly affiliated with the faith in the area. Like, I don't want to say like a clergyman, but more or less. And Millie's like, so we're here kind of for like a healing. I kind of have a little bit of a healing situation of my own. It's not less in the physical sense, but I've been feeling like incredibly like anxious, upset, depressed since like the separation of some of my party members and the death of one of them and the potential like fear of loss for the rest of them. And I know like a medical way to stop it. Picked up some herbs earlier. But obviously that's not like a long-term solution. And while I like feel very comfortable and confident with my party members, we're all kind of going through it. And we're all feeling like a certain way about everything. And I don't always want to like bring it up if they have their own way of dealing with it. I don't want to bring them down. And I kind of just want the hurt to go away or to stop, at least for a little while. Kind of makes it hard to, I guess, like get up. But Obviously, I have reason to do so, so I do. Do you have any advice?
Cannot wish away pain. Loss is something we all must deal with. No matter how prepared you are for it, it's inevitable. I understand not wanting to hurt, but that is part of the process of healing. And you have to go through all processes in order to heal correctly. A rose may wilt, the stems may become brittle and break away. Pruning is often needed for a healthy plant to continue to grow. I can feel your loss, and I know that you carry it with you very clearly. That much is evident. You carry it closely, rather. But ask yourself, if this loss were to just be whisked away by a wish or a breeze, couldn't everything that makes you feel this loss so powerfully go as well? You could erase the good. That's not something that I would be willing to give away.
I wouldn't want to forget. But it's really hard sometimes, especially when you see a lot of pain, I guess, in your party members routinely. She'll kind of glance over at Zurag, who literally died and gets just ripped to shreds kind of on a routine basis.
Pain is another one of those inevitable feelings. Physical pain, emotional, mental pain. It all happens. We lose one another. Those who are left behind bear that sorrow, that pain. It's important. Pain reminds us that there was good, and that even though that absence can be felt, it reminds us of all the good times. So don't try to forget your pain. Accept it. And let it help you grow.
And then, how do you, grow when you're kind of afraid of your own self? Like a soul split into one of fire, one of light. And whether or not you're even 100% convinced or sure you even own your own anymore. There was a bit of a deal with a keep and a contract that was signed without the information all being known. But primarily the fire and the light.
Fire and light are two important things when it comes to growth. Fire is scary, can be destructive, but it's also very necessary, making way for new growth. And without light, well, nothing can grow. Perhaps your struggle is you see them as two separate forces. Two separate forces within you. Instead of just seeing them as one singular force that is you.
She'll kind of gesture back over, kind of like what he was saying. Sometimes you need the fire to create a new space for the healing to take place.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And helped.
I'm glad.
Got your enemy.
As you have this conversation, your Tressum has been more close to you, as if it's sensing your sadness. And it has been, we'll say for this conversation, you've kind of been sitting down with this person. And it's been, your Tressum has been resting in your lap, purring very loudly. Towards the end of this conversation, it starts to pat at one of your pockets, as if it's trying to get something from within. And you reach into the pocket of your coat, of what it's playing with, and you realize it's the small scale left behind by Bluey. The cat bumps its head up against your hand that's holding the scale. And you watch as the scale begins to fall apart. Becomes like a dust that begins to sprinkle down onto this cat. And just like you saw it take a different form to suit your personality, it now takes on another form. And the Tressum no longer looks like a cat with wings, but it now looks like a cat-sized version of Bluey. It stares up at you with these magnificent blue eyes. And somewhere over the vast stretches of the numerous plains, you feel a comforting presence reach out through this. Then you look over and see that Zurag is a pile of ashes.
Feeling good, guys.
Zurag, have you come to a decision?
Yeah, I think with all the recent stuff that's happened to him, I'm gonna say his spirit animal actually showed up as like a large elk, something that symbolizes like strength and endurance, survival, but also feels like prey. 'Cause over the last, I can't believe it's only been a month, but the last week or so, all the shit that's happened to him, I think that would make more sense.
All of it. So as Wynn and Millie look over. You are indeed a pile of ash. And it's alarming at first, I imagine. But the wildfire druid holds his hand up to the both of you. Calm yourself. Where fire has scorched the earth that is your friend, new growth is about to emerge. And you watch as Wynn
goes,
Go ahead.
yeah, it better!
You watch as wind begins to pick up the ash, that starts to swirl around, and begins to reconstitute. And you watch as a new form is replaced. The form of a giant elk. Antlers stretching out magnificently, wreathed in flame. The entire body glows with orange embers. And it stands tall, majestic. A symbol of what Zurag just said, of strength. Almost like a proud animal. And the form gets brighter and brighter until it fades back and Zurag is standing there.
Naked as the day
Zurag,
he was
you
born.
feel dark naked.
Again.
Reaching
yeah.
The
the bag,
fucking
pulling out
pants!
another outfit.
Zurag, you feel the warmth of the flames within you. You have been rebirthed essentially into an offshoot of the circle of the wildfire. You are now resistant to cold.
I don't need pants, guys.
Yes, you do. It's for decency.
Pants optional.
Only for decency. Rock the Kuda method. A cloak and a kilt.
Yep. You are resistant to cold,
Just for you.
and once a day, you may invoke your wildfire spirit, and you may grant the advantage to strength checks to your party.
Very nice.
Man, taking y'all to church kind of paid off.
I'll let everyone else
It's like,
know.
y'all need to start praying.
Resic
Funny
did come to a
church.
decision.
Tell
As
me,
much
Jesus.
as player me really wanted Lucky back because, god damn it, that's the best racial feat ever. I'm taking Brave because that thematically and story-wise made more sense.
And I appreciate you choosing that for that fact.
But I really,
So you
really,
may-
as player, really wanted Lucky back because, god.
Yeah, I figured it would be high on the decision, but I think Brave sounds better.
Well, I mean, I already have resistance to poison because of the hill rune, so it was one of
Yeah.
those two.
Now, you should have taken double resistance to poison.
I mean, I don't think.
They wouldn't have stacked like that.
Double!
But for the both of you, these are once per day abilities that you can do. However, if it is something that can be progressed, but it will take time. Spending time nurturing this bond that you have made with nature here. So if you have any downtime and you wish to try to like become one with nature, you let me know. And the more time you spend doing this, the better these abilities could get.
Okay.
Excellent. I very much like that. Zurich is at one with nature all the time. Oh, natural.
Oh, natural. So with that,
Just a
you
coincidence,
guys,
Raynar, I swear.
you guys reconvene together. And a small dwarven druid approaches. While we believe that nature heals all, we do have upkeep here. So for the removal of the last two, or the last bits of exhaustion, I would need 300 gold.
Done. I mean, fidget with the party loot, but yeah, I'll pay that. If everyone is in agreement.
What if Zurag here pays you with pays you with his body?
I think I got that for
350
free.
gold.
Lowers her sunglasses down. Well,
You are now the gigolo of the party. This is what you do when we get to cities. Just go off and make us money. Good sir.
there you go.
Good thing my charisma's -1.
Don't gotta be charismatic. You just gotta, you gotta know how to use it.
Dance
are
for me,
you?
monkey boy.
You could exchange charisma for strength or athletics.
There
Can
you
I have
go.
your pecs dance? That speaks for itself.
It's like, I'm not one for many words, but perhaps rips off his clothes. This speaks enough.
Damn it, another outfit.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do here at Miley Keys Glade?
I think we're
I
good.
feel like that probably took a while.
Yeah, it took a good while.
When we'll go, should we go back to the rooms and see if we got any messages?
I feel definitely feel much better and happier somehow, or at least more peaceful. I like it here, at least this part of the city.
I mean, I always heard it was quite beautiful in the glade. It was definitely on my bucket list.
Thank you for bringing us here.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good call. I think we're all feeling a lot better.
One will not go, well, that's good. We just need a couple more moments like that, and I think we'll be doing a lot better.
I wouldn't mind. That was a good moment. I haven't felt that good in a long time.
Well, you know, I do need to point out we are going to run out of money real quick if we have to keep buying pants. I mean, like one pair of pants a week is like, doable, but if we're running out of them within hours of waking up and buying them, we can't sustain that level of loss.
Let me be free.
Did they burn you down too, Ressig?
No, they just let me walk in the woods, and I found a nice place that reminded me of simpler times. Happier, kind of, but more simpler than anything. Peaceful. And I just sat for a while with my own thoughts. Connecting with myself.
Well, that's good. Yeah, they lit Zurag on fire, so
That's the new outfit already. Well, I mean, we did buy, I mean, a what'd you say, 5 gold worth of pants? It's a lot of pants in D&D terms. A few
It
copper.
really is.
2 copper is probably a normal pair of pants. So we have a bag of holding full of Zurag pants.
We have fire at home.
Yeah, I mean, you could light yourself on fire really anywhere. I don't know if it turns you into a deer every time, though.
That's true.
Well, next time Zurag's hit by a fireball, we'll see if he turns into a deer.
I think how
Maybe
how
we
should
long
do-
have we been out and about in the city?
With the buying of pants and herbal components, and then your visit to the glade, as well as the time spent going to the lady college. I say all in all, you're probably sitting at about mid-afternoon now.
Okay. Well, I might head back to the inn and just wait. If you guys want to have anything else to do, because I left a message and hopefully it got there. A talking mouth on a mirror doesn't seem like the most trustworthy of sorts. You can't really see what they're all about, you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Thank you for this. I almost called you Merc.
We go for a snack.
Thank you, Vin. This was definitely worth the trip.
One on to go. I mean, it's all about getting better, isn't it?
Yeah. Feel better about myself. Now I just need to feel better about the way things turned out with my family.
Speaking of Merc, though, you do see a miniature winged bluey now following Millie around.
Oh,
Your little flying thing looks different.
It does. Less fluffy.
Well,
I
it,
hope not.
it ain't a cat anymore.
Ressic will give it a little scratch on the head, if it allows.
It'll die because it has blue genes in it.
1 point of bludgeoning damage and dead.
That's not okay. I like my Tressum.
Explodes.
I would like to think it would be friendly with my party members.
Yeah. You see, it does allow for some pets, but then it like looks up and down the pathways. You guys are like heading back into like the central town, and you watch as it begins to run off. Millie,
Well, we're gonna chase after that.
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
It's my new friend. My baby.
it it weaves in and out of between people's legs and continues like to just not like full sprint, but just like it has a purpose of where it's going. And it leads you to that big tall building, excuse me, that I pointed out before, and you watch as it goes inside.
All of it inside.
I give you a perception check as you walk into this.
A9.
So you, as you come inside, you find yourself standing in a grand archive. You see shelves upon shelves towering up above you, floors of different cubbies that seem to hold scrolls and other leather bound books, and you see people moving out through these the shelves of the stacks, just some grabbing books, some scanning the edges with their fingers as they move down looking for something. And you are greeted by an elven woman who approaches you. Good afternoon, my young miss. Is there something I can help you with? Welcome to the Vault of Sages.
Hello. I believe there is. I have it written down somewhere. There is some text that I was told to look at because it has a picture in it that looks similar to me, and I cannot remember what it's called.
Is it a history book? A
I think
tome?
I
Set
think
of
it was a
scrolls?
tome. I think it was a tome.
Well, if you have a specific name, I can help you out a lot more.
Can I have a minute? Or do you have the name for me?
I don't.
Oh.
That would be a you thing.
It's written down in my notes. I swear. Just gotta find them.
I can tell you who runs, the inn at the Watchful Night. June Who Silverquill.
Where were we when we got the name of that?
We never gave it a name unless it's Dragonmore? Gahaven Dragonmore?
GHVAN.
GH what?
GHVAN Dragonmore. So I have that, and then I've got Orb of Dragonkind. Silverymoon has a tome that will help Millie explain the Alexo past.
Oh, okay.
Gavel-
So if you mention Orb of Dragonkind, they will look at you a little confused. I've possessed knowledge of every tome and scroll and book here in the vaults. I've not heard of anything containing information of any orbs of dragon kind. It's actually a rather unfamiliar topic. And they kind of like drift off and like muttering to themselves as this seems to perplex them. And you look up to see your Tressum that now looks like a small blue drake with wings climbing upward using his claws to ascend up.
Don't scratch the books.
It's like using like there's like posts that support each landing.
Okay.
Do you follow?
Yes.
So you follow your Tressum, and it leads you to the very top of the Vault of Sages. And here you can see that all of these tomes and scrolls are ancient, as if they existed, since the dawning of time itself. And you watch as your Tressum leads you down a narrow corridor of books to a lone door. It pushes its nose up against the door, and the door seems to just swing in lightly, offering a gap big enough for it to slip in and out of your view.
I will approach the door and attempt to open it a little bit wider so that I can see where my Tressum went and what's inside.
As you look in, you see an office. By the looks of it, this office hasn't been used for quite some time, but it still sports, the regular items that somebody who takes great time inscribing notes and magic symbols. You see quills and parchment and books splayed open, stacks of them on the side of a wooden desk, a wall of books on either side of this desk, small armchairs just around a small circular table, of which there is your Tressum curled up on a very thick tome. There is no writing on the outside of this book. No title, no author, just a blank leather-bound tome.
Seems to have a face on the front.
So the inside.
Seems to be made of skin.
Oh, that one.
Remember, you got to
No,
read the
it's-
Latin.
Go over and check it out.
As you step up
Gently.
to this, yeah, your Tressum kind of like steps off to the side, gets onto your shoulder. You open the book.
Yes, I will open the book. Millie will kind of nervously pat the Tressum, take a deep breath, and open up the book.
As you open the book, you turn the cover, exposing the interior of the book, and you find blank pages.
Millie will start to thumb through, just keep flipping until, and if she sees anything, go from like the front cover all the way to the end, or until we reach some actual like content, if we do.
As you do this, you find that the entire book is blank.
Like to do an Arcana check on it.
Okay.
May I guidance myself?
Sure.
Okay. 21.
You can feel magic pulsing through the pages of this book. To the untrained eye, somebody just staring at it, it looks like a dusty, old, leather-bound journal. You know, a thick one, but a journal nonetheless. It seems like whatever is in this book is being hidden by something. And as you have this realization, your Tressum jumps onto the table and almost knocks over an inkwell. And as you move quickly to prevent this from spilling onto the book, you catch the scale on your Tressum. You know, it's no longer furry but scaly, and you catch the scale and it scratches you. You pull back instinctually from the pain, and a drop of your blood hits the book. And as this happens, it begins to glow, and you watch as the empty pages begin to alight with glowing ink. You watch as all these previous pages begin to just fill, and the book flies out of your hands, settles onto the table, and begins flipping pages and flipping pages as if it's almost reading your mind and what you're looking for. And it brings you to a page somewhere in the middle of the book, where on the left-hand side, illustrated, you see the visage of a woman who looks almost identical to your mother. But she has glorious golden wings. And you see that she is flying through a sky riddled with the battle of dragons and angels. And in her hand, she's carrying a red orb. Suddenly, your mind is pulled into this book and into this scene. You watch as the quiet library surroundings give way to dragon's fire and roars. You duck instinctually as a huge scaled creature soars over you, releasing its dragon's breath onto dozens of soldiers who are all of human descent. You see of elves and dwarves and stuff like that, but humanoid, normal people. And in the sky, you can hear the clashes of war as these angels come to the aid of mortals as they engage in this fight. Large towers stand in multiple areas around you with great distances in between them. You watch as some of the towers are struck as dragons and dragonoid creatures attack them. You see the toppling of 2 towers fall over, and this vision turns into a first-person view of this woman. And you're soaring through the air, and you can feel red hot burning intensity coming from your arms, and you look down and you see this red orb. It's just flaring, and you hear the roar of a gigantic beast, and you look up, and coming at you is a great red worm. You've heard of dragons, and usually their size correlates with their age, and with that information, this one looks to have expanded thousands and thousands of years. This is a great worm coming at you. Its visage almost blocks out the entire sky, and it looks at you with ferocity behind its eyes and murderous intent. And you feel yourself call out to your deity. Mistra, help me. There's a flash as the sky itself rips open, as Mistra, the goddess of all magic, opens up a portal, and you feel yourself sucked in to this portal. The astral sea rushes around you, but not just space, but time itself. You find yourself transporting through multitudes of universes and times, and you see your own timeline stretching out in front of you, replaying, giving yourself to Mistra, who gives you powers, who grants you the protection and the strength that you need. You watch as this orb shatters, only to be reconstituted into an almost key-shaped item. You absorb this into you. And finally, you find yourself hurtling towards the ground. You smash into the ground with such velocity that you black out. When your eyes open again, you are greeted by the rugged yet comforting hands of a man who pulls you to your feet. You remember nothing of before, and you watch as your life continues on You living a quaint little life with this man who you have fallen in love with in a little town. More time goes on. You watch as a young girl is born. And you feel that key leave you. And you watch as it appears within the child. There's a look from the man in you of worry. But yet, you feel hopeful. There are dragons in this new world, but they seem to pale in comparison. You believe you have escaped the Great Worm. And you will raise this child and protect her for the remainder of your days. Flashback out. And you have read through this book. This person, the last recorded key warden notated in this book is Elisandra Alexo. This is not a name you're familiar with, but yet it feels as if it is so. As if you've known this person your entire life. Key wardens were granted the task of protecting the orbs of dragonkind, but it seems your ancestor, this Elisandra, was gifted with the very key that could unlock their whereabouts. And that key is within you. What goes through Millie's mind as this plays out?
Probably something along the lines of like, so I'm from like somewhat of an Azamar lineage to some extent. I can assume.
Yeah,
And
your ancestors were what is known as, or this Elisandra was what is known as a deva, which is for all intents and purposes an angel that is sent to the mortal realms to serve their god's purposes. And in this case, that god is Mishra, the goddess of all magic.
which would explain, and then she's like, which would explain my inherent ability with magic. And the key was fiery, so maybe that's why I have an inherent. Like she's like kind of like just trying to like connect the dots, like have the inherent like fiery inside mixed with like the desire to protect coming also from my parents. And she's just kind of like trying to like piece it together. She's like kind of in shock, right? Like after seeing something that like intense, like the dragon, that would be like a lot. And now she's got to consider like I have it. Like, does she inherently know the keys within her then?
I think you'd be smart enough to
Okay, just making sure.
But that's yeah.
So she's like, no, it's within me to be able to find this orb. And everything else. On top of everything that we've got going on. And like her probably like immediate thought would be like, do I need to like, is there like other instructions in the book that would help me like figure out how to like access the key and things of that nature?
You look and you don't find any information about how to access the key. You do find information a little bit more about the orbs, and it seems that each orb has its own group that is assigned to its protection. And information about each of the orbs were specific to its protectors, and sealed by magical means to prevent anyone from gleaning the orb's whereabouts. Separate, yet attached to these groups, is a key warden. Seems that the most important key was warded over by Elisandra Alexo, a Deva of Mistra. It is very much so. It's so guarded that like there's no magical way to discern this information. Like if any member of a group was to be caught and tried to be magically ensorcelled to give information about the dragon orbs, they wouldn't be able to. Which is why it's, this lady who runs the Vaults of Sages, who has all, knowledge of everything that's in here, had no idea what you were talking about.
Millie, in her own mind, is like the Pepe Sylvia meme, just the board with all of the strings.
Yeah. You, through that vision, know that this Elisandra Alexo traveled through different planes of existence through over time and space itself. So you can imagine that her group was lost. However, there was that one figure that you saw, which you believe to be your father. Perhaps he would have known of the whereabouts. I will say this, as you come into this information, something connects for you. And you're not quite sure in what form, but you feel the presence of both of your parents reaching out to you. Whether it be across another plane of existence, another time, you can't be sure. But at this very moment, you can definitely be sure that you feel the both of them reaching out for you.
My immediate thought, like as a player, is like when we talked about how when I brought back Zureg and like that beam of light went into the air and then the night and like or whatever it was in the tower got up and went towards like the window or whatever. Don't know what level of connection that has, but that intrigues me deeply.
Yeah, that's something unknown to Millie, but known to you for a reason.
Yeah. Millie's gonna be comforted by the feeling of like the presence of her parents one way or the other. It's like that familiar homey feeling, like like I don't know how to describe it outside of like when you get together for like the holidays, kind of like with your family, like you wake up and you can already smell like the home cooking basically. It's just a good warm feeling. And she's got a lot to think about for sure with all of this, with the knowledge that her lineage is so like a lot more, I guess, important than she thought. Like she's originally like, I'm just from a small town family, like with parents of a clinic, basically doctors, and she's just like, I originally just thought we were just some small town folk, but we just had a random unlucky encounter with like goblins coming in and ransacking and burning down my village. And now with this new information, it's likely that it might have been a dragon. I mean, it's not entirely certain, but like that is, kind of a thought that probably passes through her mind. Like, I don't know to what extent and how far the rabbit hole goes, but Millie's like, mine would be like racing like a mile a minute. And like if she was, I'm assuming like she'd probably be standing next to a table. She'd probably like brace herself on it. Just from like so much information getting thrown in your head, I assume it would make you like a little bit like uneasy or woozy or something like that. She's kind of like just bracing herself on the table, especially since like in the vision, she basically, felt her mother kind of pass out, right? She blacked out.
Yeah.
So like that would probably
to the ground.
Yeah, smash to the ground. So that would probably like you would almost feel that secondhand. So it probably like would make her feel like uncomfortable too. And there would be like a small part of her that would be like, do I try to like take the book or do I leave it here? Kind of thoughts going through her head. Like, what if I need to like look back on this information? Like, what if I forget something? Like, this is a lot bigger and a lot more important than I kind of realized it would be.
Yeah, man. If you wanted to take the book, you could.
It's here.
Yeah, no one here. You do feel though that the secret of this tome is somebody went to great lengths to protect it.
I think what she'll do is she, at least for a little while, because she feels like it's safe here because it has been for so long. She'd probably like try to like hide it back where it was, and like with the knowledge that she can come back and look at it again while she's in town, and then kind of make a decision on whether or not she wants to take it, because like, well, it would likely be safe on her person. She just feels like a little uneasy about it right now. Like, one, taking something out of here that was, clearly hidden well enough that it wasn't, a problem. Like somebody would, it wasn't stolen or anything like that. And like secondarily, like, a lot of stuff happens to them on a day-to-day basis. She hasn't really lost anything yet, but just look at what happened to Zurag.
Everybody wants them to lose it. Don't kid yourself.
Well, as you kind of like gather yourself and process this information, watch as all the words begin to disappear again, as if they're being absorbed into the book. Excuse me. As these words come together, almost like funneling into the center of the pages, the last thing you see before it becomes blank pages again is a depiction of a staff. A wooden staff with, I believe, 7 golden canaries aligned up its shaft, swirling around, and the image of a platinum dragon head. Wings curved down its side a bit at the headrest. And then that disappears as well.
Really will look around. Make sure that no one else is like around, more or less. Carefully close up the book. Look down at her Tressum, give it another pat. And then put it back on the shelf very carefully. Just to like basically put it back exactly how it was before. Like nothing looks disturbed at all.
Yeah, it was just resting on the table.
Oh, it was before?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I wouldn't want to leave it on the table. Does it look like there's a spot that like it would have belonged in?
There is
Or-
a stand in the corner of the room that has a empty recess that looks like it would hold a great tome, and it is carved in the manner of different colored dragons.
I guess I'd put it there. And then
You rest it there,
yeah.
and it rests neatly into the recess. It just looks like a old book. Again, no inscriptions on the front, on the spine, or anything.
And then she'll start to exit the room. She'll look back at the book. And then look down at her Tressum. And then leave the room and close the door again behind her. To try to like, I was never here kind of a thing. Just to try to like make sure everything was fine. And then she would probably leave. But I don't know if anybody else came in when she did or not.
Nope.
Or anybody
In fact,
followed me.
as you close the door, as soon as you hear the click, the wall is just smooth, as if there was never a door there.
And then Millie will go downstairs and I thank the front desk. Like, thank you for, trying to, help me out today. Hopefully I can take a look around this magnificent library again. And then
Anytime, it's welcome to everybody. Any scroll or tome or book that has ever existed, there's at the very least a copy here. So perhaps you'll find what you were looking for in another day.
perhaps. And then she'll leave and find her friends, I assume, back at the inn.
Yeah, if you guys kept going, as Millie went and chased.
Didn't even realize she was
trust
gone.
You guys, but no,
It's like
we'll say
Louis
you
the
make it back.
37th.
You make
Something
it
like that.
make it back to the inn, and as you enter, resting, as you enter into your room, there is a scroll, a tied scroll, resting on the bed. If you undo the scroll, and unfurl it, you can see written in your sister's handwriting a invitation and the address to her dorm. The note says, "Present this at the gate, and you shall be allowed entrance." What is something that your sister would say to you that only you two would really know about? You said something about the book goblin to her. What would be like a response? You're muted.
I didn't really think about that. Probably responded childhood nickname. Dressic was always outside, always dirty. I don't think to sound very
Maybe
bad.
she would have.
Say again?
Maybe she would have it included in the notes.
Okay. I'll think of something. I don't
Make
know.
sure-
But yeah, there would be a
Yeah, maybe something along the lines was like, "Make sure you're washed up. We'll be having dinner."
sounds about right. I'll come up with a childhood nickname for you.
That'll
Eventually.
work. But either way, you have a letter of invitation here inviting you and your friends to dinner with your sister, where hopefully she'll be a little bit more open to hearing about why you are the way you are.
Hey, she got her bravery back, but that doesn't mean she knows what the hell to say.
hmm Well, we'll find out next time, because that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Fun times. Vader the therapist.
Later, the
Good night.
therapist. Thank you, chat, and everybody watching along. It's been forever, so glad to be back. Hopefully, we won't have any more goings aways for a while, so we can continue our story here. But join us next Sunday where we continue our Reign of Storms. Join us this Wednesday, where we continue the craziness of rhyme. And pop by our Discord and whatnot and come chat with us. But from me and everybody here at Disorderly Decisions, good night.
Remember, roll tens on your D100s.
Yes.
Yes.
10 or less. All right. Take care, everyone. Be safe, have fun, and we'll see you later.
Good night.
Good
Good
night.
night.